Well, we're here in my studio in Berlin, and we're going to show you our upcoming single called Tumbleweed. And it's going to be a walk through the whole arrangement, and we will talk about how we approach making music, and especially, of course, with regards to this track here.
Yes, so we're basically showing you guys step by step, not step by step, but individual stuff that we did. We will explain a little bit, and well, let's go to the work.
Yeah.
So here we work on Logic 10, Logic X, as you guys can see, and we often start with kick. You see here we start with the kick and the sub bass. That can make a little bit of groove, rolling.
It creates a kind of a rolling feeling. It also basically then, together with the kick drum, covers the complete deep end, the low end of this track. Anything else you will hear is higher.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Now also this is one of the first ideas of the track that Thomas had. This Moog that we did on the Sub-37.
37, yeah.
Is just like a roll, like a do-do-do-do.
Yeah. And what we basically did is here we recorded a lot of live into Logic with a Sub-37 with a Moog.
Yes.
And then later on, as you can also see, we edited and we went back to the Moog for a different part, which you also will see in a while.
And here also we have hi-hats going with the volume up.
Can you explain maybe why we have the kick on a different channel there?
Yes, of course. This is a cut. We always do that, the kick cut. To cut the low frequencies, just we can have a better flux when we are doing making music. It's a better flow, sorry.
Yeah.
So we can just go easier on the music making stuff.
I think the background is that obviously you can automate anything these days, which can be fun, and as you can just see, we do some automation.
Yes.
But we also believe that workflow is the most important thing, especially if you're arranging.
Yeah.
And so these are quick solutions to get from A to B to C instead of programming and all.
Exactly. Sometimes it takes a lot of time just doing this kind of stuff.
And you can get lost in the automation, especially, right? You try to make it perfect, and I don't think
especially with such a simple kind of automation, which is just cutting low frequencies.
Yeah.
So here you can hear a new sound.
That's the Bazille, right?
It's the Bazille. This is from Yuhe company. It's a very complex synth, but still amazing.
I think it is somehow an FM synth. I think that's the concept.
Yeah.
But it looks like an analog one.
Yes.
Behaves very differently.
Yeah, but it's amazing.
It's amazing,
right? It's a really good one. I really like it. It's it's a very CPU hungry too.
That's the one downside, but I think again why we both love it is because it has character. It sounds different than any other ones, and that's what we want,
Exactly. Not just always have the sound of the Moog or have the sound of the classic pads kind of stuff, or the 909, 808, 303, whatever. So let's move on.
Talking about pad, is our pad already?
I don't think so. We have also a pad that goes through all the track, which you can see the automations here.
Yeah.
So it goes up, and down, and this kind of stuff.
This is the filter automation, right? That's not a volume.
Yeah. No, this is a filter. We did it with Auto Filter from Logic, which is a really good one. Yeah. So also we did some nice percussion here. You can hear everything coming up. Now a classic 909 right.
Talking about all the percussion, we mainly use one plugin for the percussion now.
The name is Punchbox.
By D16, Polish plugin company. They do amazing stuff. Not only this one, also I think the Tora Verb is one that we use a lot.
It's amazing. Also the Sigmund.
Sigmund is great. Big up to you guys.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And also, mainly Punchbox. It's a kick drum synthesizer, but this is more like if you can use it in a different way as we do, you can use like hi-hats, claps, percussion, everything.
And I think, again, why we like to use it, it's great for workflow because it's all in there, it sounds amazing. The limiter, the built-in limiter is so good.
Yeah.
It turns any kick drum into the kind of kick that you like right now.
Yes, right? Exactly. Exactly. And also here we have introducing an Oberheim
Which is basically the main theme, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
The Thomas did it. Was amazing.
Thank you.
You can see here is also with some lots of not lots of but some automations.
And the delay is an external one, right?
Exactly. It's a delay that we found. Thomas also found. It's from pedalboard from Logic. It's a delay. It's a tape delay, which is amazing. And also you can reverse. We are also using it on the move that we spoke first.
And they really complement each other. I think if you find something that has so much character, a plugin, maybe an effect, it's wise to use it again. But, you know,
yes. Everything is coming out. The Brazilian is also going with the cut-off opening and also some reverb on the bass. There's the total reverb that we spoke before.
There it is. Yeah.
This. So, crazy build-up. I love this one. It's really my favorite.
Interesting though, it's a break, but it's not like a classic drop.
Yes,
because there is so much going on in between, and in a way, even though the kick drum is not playing,
yes,
the energy stays up.
Yes, yeah, exactly, yeah. And yeah, this is the Overheim 2 Part 2, the low as we named it, because it's 1 octave low, and we chose the same thing as the kick drum. We chose to make 2 channels of the same sound, just we can put some different distortion, different equalization, or whatever we wanted. So now the clap
on the one,
which is amazing.
It makes such a difference, right? I mean, it gives the whole thing a different drive, and just this energy goes up for me right now.
I agree. And this is like super simple but still full part.
And again, the drum, the Ruiz, the Bacilla bass. Every now and then we open the filter.
Yes.
So it gets really crunchy and nasty. That's where we just sort of heard that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's amazing. Here the overheim. We're using both overheims.
Yeah. So this one has a dub delay now that keeps it. And now here comes the second part that I talked to you before earlier, that we recorded in the Moog.
With the Moog,
yeah.
And it's just a different way to use the Moog. Was one of those happy accidents that we were just fooling around and just like, oh, this makes like, wow, just using the cutoff and going up and with some distortion, as you can see here in the plugins, just doing this amazing sound. It's very special.
And the way it modulates is super special.
Yes.
I wouldn't even know how to replicate that with a plugin. You know, with the Sub 37, it just sounds unique. Again, that's what we're looking for, uniqueness. You know.
I agree.
Character.
It's amazing, and it's super simple. Just like doing that.
But again, so very often, simple ideas are the best ones.
I agree.
And I think it took us less than a day to record this track.
Yeah, it was just 1 day. Yeah.
Which is also for us, it's a good sign.
Yes.
If you get there rather quickly, it often means you were in the flow. And if you spend a week on a track, on the arrangement, for example,
yeah, that maybe you will overdo the track, overwork on it.
Most likely, right? Yeah. And also after we finished this one, we started testing it and playing it out, and we didn't have to do anything. I think just a tiny
mix down
thing. Yeah,
I think so. Maybe not even that. I don't remember, but it works fine.
I just love when I play it. I don't know if it's for you, but it has this authority. It comes, you play it, and it's like the dance floor is like, okay, this is serious business here.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, it's a good one.
And it's almost not almost in the end. It's almost 6 minutes on the arrangement.
And now it's again you can hear the pad now up.
Yes, this is the pad.
Eerie, yeah. So good.
Gives a more, I don't know, momentum, more drama.
Yeah.
It's nice. And now also here, you can hear the Moog going.
Yeah.
This is another automation that we did, and we just looped it, and works perfectly.
Sounds like a tom right now to me.
Just to make the end of the track. Also, like this last part so you can start mixing and
Exactly
having
when
fun.
I played often actually at this part already,
Yes.
my mix is in full swing and
Yes.
the next track is like presenting itself. So
Exactly. I agree. Yeah, I do the same.
yeah.
It's a very nice. And also and also as we always do, we try to put like at least 1 minute, 1.5 minute just for drums falling apart.
Yeah.
Just so you can have a nice mix when you a fellow DJ is mixing.
And also for those DJs who like to really go into the detail, like with hot cues and stuff, they can actually
Yes.
pick stuff from the end that they might want to start with.
I agree. And also still a really nice groove. It's
Yeah.
7 minutes and it's going now.
Nice one. I think another important fact is that if you look at how many tracks we've actually used, and if you really focus on the tracks that are important, like we have 2 kick drum tracks, but in effect it's 1. We have like around 20 tracks here, and
Yes.
that's a good sign. Again, you don't need 40, or I think if you use 40 tracks, you might be actually overdoing something. Another benefit from a few tracks is that the sounds must be all good, and it's rather easy to mix it.
I agree.
You know,
Yeah.
it's easy to have the overview, and yeah.
Agree. I think this is it. It's pretty much like this, guys.
Yeah.
As Thomas said, I think it's a good advice to everybody that's making music. It's always try to keep it simple. Right?
Also, you can of course start with the kick drum. Not a bad idea though to probably have a bit more of an idea of what you want to do. How do you feel? And on that day could be a great starting point. Say, I'm a bit like, you know.
Yes, I agree.
Because it makes it much easier once you start arranging. If you have these big blocks, these important parts. The other way around, if you start with percussion, sometimes it can,
Yes, I
you know,
agree.
you end up in this 8-bar loop dilemma. You know,
Exactly.
It sounds good when you play the 8-bar loop, but after that,
Then it's like you get lost.
yeah. So I always say, I just said it to Victor. I come up with the most weird things in the studio that just spark my imagination, just to get the creative juices flowing, you know, and break out of the habit, you know, do things differently.
Yeah.
It could be trying in your plugin, but it could also be whatever, you know.
I agree.
Always new ideas and new ways of doing it are
Yes.
the way we do it. Yeah. Of course, if you have any questions, this is the moment.
Yeah, you can just pop out the questions.
Yeah.
And
Sure.
we try to answer you guys as much as we can. Yeah.
All right. I hope you enjoyed that. This is our upcoming single, Tumbleweed, out July 14th on Electric Ballroom.
Yes. Thank you, guys.
Thanks for your time.
Bye bye.
Ciao.